the Maiden Voyage on my brand new Santa Cruz 5010 version 5. It's kind of a shakedown ride. It's pretty late. It's going to be dark before too terribly long. But I had to get out, right? I mean, you got to get out when you just put a bike together. All right, yeah, this bike's fun. So I have a few nice bikes to choose from. I'm very fortunate. I have a Santa Cruz Heckler, which is a longer travel MTB, and I don't ride that guy all that much, but as I learned to jump, it's the best jumping platform that I've had. Going down from there, I have a Fazzari Signal Peak, which is a short travel full suspension, more of a almost like a cross-country setup, although mine is the trail model. That's 120 front, 115 rear, and a fairly cross-country-ish geometry. And then I have my lovely Ibis DV9, which is a hardtail. Those latter two bikes I'm running pretty light tires on. Got Recon Races front and rear on the DV9, and a Recon Race and a Forecaster on the Signal Peak. So those are speedy bikes. Whoa, I hit my own drain over there. Yikes. And then the Heckler is, you know, you wouldn't be surprised to know that it's got a DHF on the rear, Assegai on the front. And, you know, it's an MTB, it's a big heavy bike. And that weight disappears when you're under power. But there are times I just didn't want to be on that bike. It's way overbiked for these trails, even though it's a lot of fun. And the other bikes are arguably right biked for these trails. But I enjoy jumping that Heckler. And I started thinking, what would slot kind of between the Signal Peak and the Heckler? So that landed me on the 5010, which is kind of a mid-travel bike. 140, 130, and a mullet. Same basic geo as the Heckler. So yeah, it seems to perfectly slot in and not be a ridiculous overbike for these trails. So I started shopping around. Got a pretty good deal on Jensen. And here we are. I just put the bike together today. Matte Spumoni green. Great color. I love the idea of matte. I have a feeling it's going to show damage really easily, but oh well. So I haven't ridden all that far, but the bike feels very playful, as they say. Rolls pretty fast on these DHR2s front and back. Faster than I expected, to be honest. This feels nicely quick. I don't feel like I'm suffering at all, except that it's really hot and I've been sitting still too long. So let's continue. This is one of the flow trails. Yeah. So I got this guy to have a fun jumping bike that doesn't have a motor. I think I have one on that front already. Yeah, it's good. I'm still kind of figuring it out here, but it feels pretty dang good pedaling. I'm not sure what I expected, but it feels good. It's probably new bike syndrome. Yeah, this bike's fun. Everything you read and hear about it, I think is true. I mean, I'm not a great rider. I'm okay, but I can detect it, no problem. It has very similar pop to what the Heckler has, but it feels lighter, of course. All right, stop up here and get a drink, and I'll be back in a moment. Boy, it felt so good dropping in at the beginning of the ride, and all it takes is a couple of drink or sweat wiping breaks, and you realize it's freaking hot and you're catching fire as you sit there. So I don't have my great camera on here, so I don't know what this is going to look like. Probably not great. We're in pretty dense woods here. Yeah, man, this thing, oh yeah, it's definitely a good cornering bike. It feels like it's put me in the driver's seat, kind of. Yeah, again, could be new bike syndrome, you know, everything's gonna feel amazing. Honeymoon phase and all that. But I'm digging it. For me, for the times I want what this bike has, or at least that I've convinced myself that I want, it feels pretty freaking perfect. So I gotta get out of here and get out to the jump lines. So one thing that worries me a little about this bike is the lower bottom bracket. There are plenty of places to pedal strike in this place. One of them is coming right up. But you gotta time it right, and it's okay. DHR front and rear struck me as kind of weird, but I don't know, it's working. It definitely feels like it rolls faster than my Heckler with the Assegai. And again, I'm not shredding by any means here, so I can't really speak to the effectiveness of these tires versus anything else, to be honest. All right, let's hit this flow trail. Really dislike that first berm. I can't put my finger on it. That one I like fine. Oh God, yes. Yeah. That's pretty much heaven for my low skill jumping needs as I progress at the age of 62. Yeah. Totally. All right, a little bit bigger jumps down here. Roll this first one. Yeah. Oh yeah. So, one thing I'm not digging is the supplied dropper post doesn't let me slam the seat, so that's a little bit of a bummer. I'm gonna cut this short. And that may be a geometry thing. I haven't researched it. Anyway, yeah, I'd like to get the seat buried a little more. I should do that one. Yeah, man, this thing is fun. Totally fun. Last two jumps, kind of the biggest in the park, not the biggest lip on the first one. All right. Oh yeah. This bike is fun. All right. Let's knock off one of the weird trails. It has a weird off-camber climb in it. Very short. Not bad. Again, I'm assuming image quality is horrible. All right, here's that weird little hill, and there I go. That was all me. That wasn't the off-camber hill. It's just me running off the trail because I can't talk and ride at the same time because I kind of suck. So I backed up a bit. All of this is probably for naught since it's going to be so dim up there. work hand. All right. Weird off-camber hill climb. It's very short. It just always kind of surprises me how goofy it is. And all this rootiness. So that unscheduled stop, man, I don't know about you guys, but that kind of thing really throws my rhythm off. And then suddenly everything's harder. It's weird. There are a few pedal catchers over here. That was not one. I love this trail. It's the weirdest trail in the park. That's what I tell people. There's another pedal catcher down there that you probably can't see.